We are live from Candiac Ice Rink here at Candiac Park. T&D Sports Video Production proudly presents Game 2 of the Catholic High School Hockey League Finals between the number 1 seeded Iona Prep Gales and the number 2 seeded Chaminade Flyers. Hello everybody, welcome to Candiac Park. Connor Kuntz alongside my partner RJ Safone. Thank you for joining us here on a cool but exciting Friday night. RJ, Iona Prep took game 1. They have a chance to clinch the title tonight. What can Iona Prep do in order to secure and get back on top of the Catholic High School Hockey League mountain?
Yeah, when we talked to the coach of the Iona Gales, he told us that they need to start a little better because last game they were down 1-0 and they were almost down 2-0, but then one of their players made a big save. So they got to be grittier tonight and they got to start off quicker.
As for the Flyers, as you mentioned, a slow start by Iona Prep. Chaminade took advantage. They were up 1-0 in game 1, but Iona, that high-powered scoring offense, came out and scored 3 straight goals, Connor Tracy, Scott Alisi, Casey Cowell, 3 straight goals, first, second, and third respectively. Chaminade had a goal from Jack Coletti to make it 3-2, but it wasn't enough as Iona Prep took game 1. But one thing we didn't mention, if you talk to Coach Mastis of Chaminade for the game, and the one guy he's really looking forward to, someone who did not play in game 1, was number 10, Nicholas Giuliano.
Yeah, we spoke to Coach Macias, and he said that line has to be big for them. Him, Johnson, and Patron are really going to have to take over this game for the Flyers if they want a chance to extend this to game 3.
Same starting goalies in net for both Chaminade and for Iona Prep. In game 1 for Iona, it was the goaltender, number 31, Chase Turnbull, who's had himself a pretty strong year. Only a sophomore for Iona Prep, but he has turned himself to be a brick wall in net for the number 1 seeded Gales.
Yeah, the Gales, they were the best team in the state for Catholic high school hockey this year, so they're going to be favored into this game, but the Chaminade Flyers have already beat the Gales 2-1 in the regular season, so we should be in for a good one.
Puck drop just about to get set as Iona Prep looking to get back on top. As the mountain we mentioned, Chaminade, their goal this year was to win a state championship. They'll have to win the league crown first, and in order to do so, they will have to win 2 straight games. Chaminade wins this one, we go back to the Ice Hutch on Monday for game 3. If Iona Prep wins, then the title is all theirs, and they will be moving on to try and claim a state championship. Buzzer sounds as both teams will grab their pucks from warm-ups. We talked about the Iona Prep goaltender. We'll talk about Chaminade's. Same as game 1, Nico Lamano in net, the senior starting for Chaminade. He wasn't on the team last year, but has made an instant impact, kind of earning that number 1 goalie spot. Yeah,
he really did. Last season, not really being a big factor for this team, but playing in the biggest game of the season for this Flyers, their coaching staff has put the real trust in their senior goaltender.
Chaminade with their backs against the wall. They are trying to force a game 3. And if we're talking NHL, we're kind of in the game 6 territory of a Stanley Cup final. Iona Prep away here. They have their faithful, though, showing out. Chaminade, of course, always brings a good crowd. Well, as both teams kind of get their final huddles underway, we'll check out the starting lineup for the Flyers. It'll be Jack Coletti, Max Wood, Timothy Behrens.
Let us ask God to help us remember that when we put on these uniforms, we are first and foremost ambassadors of Catholic faith. May you remember
Seamus O'Hara as well
as those who appreciate the game first.
As you always know, at hockey, you kind of start out with your set lines, but as the game goes on, especially in playoffs and especially in a final, RJ, those lines potentially shift according to their thing.
Yeah, if the game is tight late in the game.
My apologies for the cutoff here. Just playing the national anthem. We'll be right back here for the finals. After the anthem, we are back and puck drop just about to begin. RJ Safone alongside myself, Connor Coons. We thank you so much for joining us here at Candiac Park. And as we mentioned, Chaminade backs against the wall. We're down 1-0. What does Chaminade need to do in order to come alive and force a game 3?
Well, they need to play their game. They know their game. They've played it all season, and that's what's gotten them here. Get pucks in deep and make the Gales go 200 feet. It's very hard for a team to go all the way down the ice, but if you turn the puck over at the blue line and in the neutral zone, that's where this Gales team is going to capitalize on the Flyers.
Both teams hyped. You hear the chant and the bang of the sticks from Iona. It's going to be the captain for Iona Prep, Connor Tracy, and the captain for Chaminade, Jack Coletti. At the face-off dot. Puck drop. We are underway here for Game 2 at Candiac Park. Puck already enters the Chaminade zone. It falls to the stick of number 8, Joseph Doria. Stretch pass was looking for number 9, William Haggerty. Now puck enters zone. Here's Tracy. Good shot in front, just misses the net. Doria puts a shot on just wide of the net. Chaminade is Behrens. Falls behind. He's looking for a man in front, intercepted by Behrens. Looking for Murray. Now a slap shot from the point by Doria. Chaminade still not able to get it clear. They finally do. Falls to one of the captains of Iona Prep, Casey Cohen. A big hit on the boards by Murray on Doria. Coletti, will drive into the blue line, and both teams will go for a change.
Yeah, the Flyers, they got to get out of their zone if they want to have a shot at this game. Too much defensive zone time on that first shift.
Effort in. Great solo effort, enters the zone. Still has the puck on his stick. Now they battle in the near corner. Poked around by Thomas Kudabak. It falls to the stick of Andrew Kerr. With it now is Jack Petrone, one of the leading scorers in terms of assists for Chaminade. There's a shot from the point from Kudabak. No trouble so far.
This is the line that the Flyers are relying on to get their offense going. And these are the 3 big guys that lead them in points this season.
Puck loose taken by Petrone. They'll send it up. Was looking for one of the premier goal scorers of this Flyers team, Michael Johnson, but just lost it. Kerr will leave it back around. Johnson will get there first. They'll bank this off the boards. Looking for Giuliano. Again, missed game 1, but the leading scorer for Chaminade this year, 15 goals on the year. And now here's Johnson. Great back checking, however, by number 13, Nick Kujay. They battle for it in the corner. Still in favor of the Flyers. Kept it, now it's Johnson in the near corner. They'll bring it around the boards. He's looking for Giuliano. Falls to Giuliano. Has Johnson in front! And it's held by Turnbull. A golden opportunity for Johnson. But the first shot that Turnbull sees, he makes a strong save.
Yeah, it's an unreal save, but the Flyers were able to force a turnover down low, and Mikey Johnson was wide open in front of the net. That's just an unreal save, and the Gales, they got to play better in their defensive zone because Flyers got it deep and they were able to force the turnover.
12:24 remaining in the first period. Still a 0-0 scoreline. Around for number 17, Tristan Lombardo, but he loses the puck. Good job back checking, however, as Chaminade will dump it in and chase. Getting to it first is Steven Katagas, and he takes a big hit on the board as Lombardo slips on the ice. Now intercepted by Donovan Butler. Butler with it. He goes behind the net. Tried to leave it off for Katagas. Intercepted now. It's number 6. Scott Alisi. And now a 2-on-1 potentially. Here's Tracy looking for Alisi, but a good stick by Timothy Behrens to intercept the pass.
Yeah, early in this game, Timothy Behrens has been all over the ice, making plays to his Flyers defense. That was a great play, stopping a nice 2-on-1. Great
poke check by number 32, Jeff Maldary, excuse me, on Coletti. As Kudovac sends it up the boards. Now it's on the stick of a Gale, but he slips and he enters the zone and is offside. So it'll be a face-off outside the zone. Is number 9, William Haggerty, who slipped on that puck. It'll be a face-off on the far red dot.
Yeah, and the Flyers, every time they got the puck deep so far, they've been able to force a turnover and have good sustained offense. And the Gales can't get out of their own end, so that's going to be a key for the Flyers. Just
around 11 minutes remaining in the first period. Still deadlocked at 0 between Chaminade and Iona Prep. Murray, stretch pass for Kerr. As Kerr enters the zone looking for Coletti. And now it's taken by the Gales. And now it goes around. Here's a breakaway chance for Iona Prep. It was number 12, Christian Hanna, with the breakaway, but a strong save by Lamano.
Yeah,
Lamano will poke away the shot from the point. As it's Wood. Stretch pass for Murray. Murray has some space, enters the zone. Strong defense, however, by Doria. And he shoves Murray into the boards. Coletti will take it in the corner. And Doria just a great job there, closing out Murray. Coletti with a shot, and that's saved by Turnbull, and that's being sent all the way down the ice for an icing. So a great chance by William Haggerty on the breakaway. Excuse me, it was Christian Hanna on the breakaway, but Lamano makes his first big save of the game.
Yeah, Mikey Johnson again gets stoned, but again, the Flyers get it down low. They force the turnover, and there's a great chance, but back on the other end, Lamano, a huge breakaway save after a bad turnover from Kerr led to that break.
10 minutes to go in the first period. Puck falls a little awkwardly for number 22, Lucas Caballero for the Flyers. This one's pushed into the zone by Iona Prep around the boards. Now here's Jack Petrone. Hands it off for Johnson. Johnson looking back for Petrone, but a stick by a Gale defender. Johnson looking in front, and that one Turnbull might have gotten the stick on it. No, unless it stays out the net. Puck in the air, kicked over to Giuliano. Wraps it around the boards for Johnson. Johnson in the corner, up top. This is Sean Rogers. Rogers gets that stolen. Now he's got to track back. Here's a chance for the Gales. Here's a drive and a save by Lamano. He's not able to hold on to it. That was number 26, Steven Spizzani, with the shot attempt. Another good save by Lamano. Now stolen by Giuliano. Giuliano drags it to himself. Good defense, however. Barons will pinch in. As he is Caracappa trying to enter the zone for the Gales, but fall all the way back, and Iona Prep will start from scratch. Turnover in the neutral zone, but Chaminade will also turn it over. Iona drove down their own zone. A lot of slips so far, as you saw. Number 28 there, Vaughn Steinert slipping on the ice. Here's Haggerty. Haggerty with a shot and a glove save by Lamano. And a face-off will occur in the Chaminade end with 8:24 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, both teams have been very sloppy in the neutral zone, which created most of the chances. Some bad turnovers at the opponent's blue line has led to odd man rushes for both sides, so that's got to get cleaned up.
Alisi taking the face-off against Steiner. He wins it, but Chaminade looking to regain possession. But Alisi gets that puck for Barons now in the far corner. Up top was looking for Maldary. But now a chance for Chaminade. Was looking, Steiner was looking for that pass from Zawitowski, but they couldn't convert. Now Alisi will dump it, chasing himself. O'Hara doing a good job getting in front of Alisi. Puck in the middle, Steiner can't get it out. Here's the captain, Tracy. Tracy shoots it high and wide. Still in the zone, however. Haggerty to Tracy. Tracy leaves it off for Haggerty. A battle in the near corner. Puck falls all the way out for Alisi. Puck shot and blocked. It'll be Kerr chasing it for the Chaminade. Kept in, however, by Iona. And then taken away by Kerr. He's able to clear it out. Picked up by Zawitowski, and he dumps it into the zone as both Chaminade and Iona go for a change. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. Still 0-0 the score in Game 2 of the Catholic High School Hockey League Finals. A little traffic in front, but does not get towards the net. And a stretch pass. Great defense from Kerr to block the body of Heffernan and not allow a breakaway chance.
Yeah, great chances on both ends for both these teams. But again, great defense there from Kerr, as you said.
Budaback fires it into the zone. That's picked up on the stick of Coletti. Murray looked like he might have gone back onside. The referee is called offsides as faceoff will take place in the far right dot with 6:34 remaining in the first. Again, still a 0-0 score.
Yeah, it's been a very tightly contested game for both sides. Not too many mistakes, and whichever team's going to limit their mistakes is going to win this hockey game.
We've seen a couple of slips so far, so both teams, kind of every ice is different when you really go and play across the island and across New York. As it's number 4, Casey Colwell, hands it off to number 5, Liam Collins. Collins will take a wrister on Lamano, who sticks that away. Wood hands off to Murray near side. Murray enters the zone, protects it, puts a backhander. Easy save for Turnbull. Doria stretches it out for Heffernan. Heffernan enters the zone. Elects not to shoot. Spins it back around. Good back checking by Wood to force the turnover. Patron was looking for Murray, however, intercepted, and now it's Collins. Now taken by Behrens. A lot of back and forth between the Flyers and the Gales. It's Heffernan, was looking to try to get around Patron. Good defense by the Flyers, number 16, to gain possession for Chaminade. Behrens looking for Patron, but it goes wide and falls to the stick. Now stay on size now. Here is Patron. On his backhand, goes around the net, looking in front for Giuliano, but could not get a shot off. Caracappa will fire this into the zone. Mamata will come out of his net to play it. And now Behrens has some room to work. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first period. A tight-knit 0-0 score so far between the Flyers and the Gales. Iona Prep looking to win the league championship. Chaminade looking to force a Game 3. Heffernan tries to rifle it, or Caracappa, tries to rifle it in the zone. Behrens will do it for Chaminade, however. Patron gets it. However, good job from Malderi to lead it, get it out of the Chaminade. So both teams will go for a change with 4:15 remaining in this first period. With some speed, now is Colwell. Takes a shot in front. Good. It was not great rebound control, I should say, by Lamano, but he was able to make the second save and hold it for a face-off. 4:03 remaining in the first.
Yeah, and we've seen when the Giuliano, Patron, and Johnson line has been out for the Flyers, they've completely dominated this game. They're doing their part, they just are unable to finish so far.
Butler wins the face-off for Chaminade. Battle along the corner. Now it's Butler with some speed. Still with it. Was looking for number 17, Lombardo. He was all tied up here. Puck around the net. It falls to Lombardo. Lombardo trying to put a sneaky shot on Turnbull, but he got none of it. Makes the easy save. Iona Prep able to clear. Now here come the Gales. Slick move by Tracy. He shoots it just wide. It falls to Tracy. Looking in front for his teammate Haggerty, but could not convert on the pass. Iona Prep still continuing to look dangerous here in the offensive zone. It's Haggerty. Looking in front for Tracy, no one there. Now we're looking Puck loose in front, but stays out of the net. And fired into the zone by Steven Katigas. Coletti intercepted by Haggerty. And it's poked out by Rogers, still in the zone. Coletti gets the interception. Now to Murray at the faceoff dot. Rifles it across, was looking for Wood, but pass could not connect. Wood takes a shot, that one deflected just wide. And a big hit there by Wood. Heffernan did a good job kind of absorbing that hit. Both men kind of took a bit of an impact. As here's Captain Coletti for Chaminade. Coletti enters the zone. Look for a man. Murray takes a shot. That one misses the net. Rogers flings it back around the zone for Wood. Wood looking for Coletti, but right there was number 5, Liam Collins, make the interception. Iona on the counter. Minute 50 remaining in this first period. It was number 17, Ryan Hanley. With it now still, he fans on his shot, however. Coletti will just dump it out in the zone as Chaminade looks to make a quick change. Murray will send this one all the way down. This will be icing with a minute 29 remaining in the first period. Still a 0-0 score here at Candiac Park.
Yeah, the Gales have 8 shots to the Flyers 4, so the Gales have outshot the Flyers, but the Flyers are playing a great game, as I would say all 4 of their looks have been grade A scoring chances, and for both sides, you can't be upset with this period. Maybe the nerves are starting to get to these players because a few, mental mistakes and physical mistakes early.
There's one from Giuliano as he misses that puck. Stretch pass for Spizzani is off the mark, and it'll be icing and a face-off down at the other end.
Yeah, you really look to see which team is going to be able to capitalize on the other's mistakes, because like we were saying repetitively, there are mistakes being made, but both goaltenders have been very good and locked in so far in this championship game.
Minute 15 remains in the first period. It was Como who kind of fell on. Here's a one-timer from Giuliano who fans on it. Chaminade might have gotten away with a tripping call there. Nonetheless, there's still, again, both teams kind of looking dangerous in the offensive zone, but a minute remains in the first period. No score yet between the Gales and the Flyers. With speed is Johnson. Stretches it out for Giuliano. Giuliano enters the zone. Looking back for Johnson. Good stick, however, by Colwell. 38 seconds remain. Barons. This one goes off the netting, out of play. And time will stop with 33.6 seconds remaining. Face off in the Iona prep zone.
Yeah, and if you're both these teams with just 33 seconds left, you're just trying to not make that big mistake because teams win and lose games in the last 2 minutes of periods. So for both teams, it's got to be just get the pucks deep.
Patron on the face-off for Chaminade. He loses that out to the captain, one of the captains, I should say, of the Iona prep team, Connor Tracy. 25 seconds remaining. Johnson. He rips one low, and that one sticked away by Turnbull. Chaminade still with possession. 15 seconds remain. From the point was O'Hare, but Turnbull will hold on to it. And a face-off will occur at the far dot with 13 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Turnbull has been really on his game so far. I mean, fighting through screens, deflections, grade A chances. The Gales have not played great defensively in front of him, so it's been a really good period for Turnbull.
And the one thing I got to mention, one of the perks of playoff hockey, we got a DJ in the house playing some music in between these periods. 8 seconds remaining, a 2-on-1 for Iona prep. Falls the stick, and they score! Scott Alisi off the feed from Haggerty with 3 seconds remaining. Iona prep strikes first in game 2.
Yeah, Connor, we said it. 2 minutes left in the period. Nothing can go bad with just the 33 seconds we talked about at the face-off, and with just 2.9 left. Flyers make a poor pinch at the blue line, goes to a 2-on-1, and the Gales strike first.
The student section of Iona prep is hype as time expires. A little pushing and shoving after between Haggerty and Murray. Haggerty will get the last laugh for now at least, as it was a great feed, a kind of a mistake again from Chaminade. Puck kind of lost his hand to the defender, and it was Haggerty and Alisi off to the races. 2-on-1, Haggerty, a great find for Alisi, and Alisi puts it near side past Lamano as period 1 ends with Chaminade down 1-0 after that Alisi goal.
Yeah, and if you're the Flyers, you're just so frustrated about that goal because you were playing such a good period against the #1 team in the state, so it's just a really big blow, and we'll see if the Gales can carry that momentum to the second period, as all of the Gales' chances were off the rush, no really sustained zone time, so they're doing a good job of taking advantage of the Flyers' miscues.
So after a quick intermission, both teams will switch sides. Lamano on the right net and Turnbull on the left net. And really nothing Lamano could do there. Maybe you could say he can cover his near post a little bit more, but those 2-on-1s are so difficult for a goal. You kind of have to commit one way, and that time he kind of commits towards Haggerty, leaving that near post a little open for Alisi.
Yeah, and Barons, he did play that very well. He kind of played the in-between, gave the goalie the shot, but it was just such a great pass through the triangle between his stick and his skates, and it was such a quick shot. It was really nothing the goaltender could do on that one, and when you have odd-man rushes, there's no real blame going on the goalie.
So period 2 begins with the way we started. Coletti and Tracy in the face-off circle as period 2 begins at Candiac Park. 1-0 lead for Iona Prep after that late Scott Alisi goal. Haggerty rips one. That's a strong save by Lamano. Now it's Giuliano. Dumps it in. Sticked away by Turnbull. Now they battle in the corner. Shot from the point is blocked. Kept in, however, by Kerr. And a good job from Giuliano on the back check. Patron, around the net they go. Patron looking in front for Giuliano. Turnbull makes the save, and he'll jump and dive on it to stop the play. 4:18 remaining, with a good chance early on from the Flyers.
Yeah, this line is flying for the Flyers. They weren't out there for the goal against, but they are really moving tonight, trying to wheel their team to victory. Another good chance from them. They've just been moving really well, and the entire play has been in the Gale zone when they've been on the ice.
Coletti at the dot for Chaminade, as well as Collins for Iona Prep. Collins wins the face-off. And be taken by Will Leahy. Now it is Collins, enters the zone, whips a shot just near side, just missed the net. Around it goes behind the net in the far corner now for Collins. Up from the point, a shot, that one deflected wide. There was a shot by Gasmet Neza as Murray takes it for Chaminade. He dumps it into the corner. Turnbull sticks it away from his net. Murray lays the check. Coletti and battling for it. Falls to the stick of Murray behind the net. He leaves it off. Coletti was looking for a drive. Kind of got his stick lifted as Rogers' shot hits the side netting. Kept in by Wood, falls back to Rogers. He dumps it in, he takes a hit, however, by number 12, Christian Hanna. Rogers still working on it. He's a little frustrated after that hit. As 13-11 remains in this second period. Iona Prep up 1-0.
Yeah, and the Flyers there, I mean, that was a good offensive zone shift, being able to cycle the puck down low, but a high stick will bring the faceoff all the way back to their end.
A face-off in the Chaminade zone. Nick Kujay at the dot against Steven Kadagas. Chaminade will take it off of Barons. Now it's Dumkowski. Sawatowski able to stay on sides. Dumkowski takes it, tries to rip it around the net. Still has possession, however. Puck loose, no real possession so far. Now it's Iona Prep with Thomas Karakapa. Karakapa still with it now. Here's a shot from Heffernan. Oh, excuse me, that was Pizzani. It was saved by Lamano. Didn't hold it. He kind of took a shot at Lamano after. Puck is still in play, however. This falls to Malderi, pressured by Katagas. That was Karakapa, and a big hit laid on Zawitowski. O'Hara rips it up the boards, and his coach is not happy with that one, and this will be icing with 12:11 remaining in the second period, excuse me.
Yeah, this period so far, when the Flyers get down there, as we mentioned, they've been very good, but in their own zone, they're allowing the Gales to get to the middle way too much. They got to keep them to the outside because their netminder is very good. He can make the simple stops, but once you let him get to the slot, it's not on him anymore.
Patron wins the face-off for the Flyers. Giuliano will take it. Had Tracy behind him, able to get it off to Patron, and Patron will dump and chase it himself. Alisi trying to get it out, but Giuliano keeps it in. Falls to Alisi. Puck loose in the middle. Giuliano takes it. He rips a shot. That one deflected wide off of an Iona Prep player. Johnson tangled up there. Puck is out of the Flyer zone, out of the Gale zone, I should say, into the Flyer zone. This is intercepted there by Alisi, but Almano makes the strong save in front. Alisi to Tracy. Tracy couldn't get a shot off. Wild action there. That puck is still loose. Almano does a good job on his near post. Gales still have possession. Taken by Johnson. And off the boards by Leahy. Kerr with it now. Off the boards for Giuliano. Now Johnson. Johnson with a shot. A great glove save there by Turnbull, who was a little screened, but still like a cat, able to put that glove out and make the save.
Yeah, and on the Flyers end, Thomas Cuddleback, that is a huge no-no in hockey, as they're just not able to make sure. You need to make sure that the puck does not get to the front of your net, and making a pass in front of your net is extremely risky, but they were bailed out by their goaltender, Nicholas Lamano.
Puck fired all the way down to the zones. That was Collins who won the draw for Iona Prep. Flung off the boards. Taken by Wood. Wood gets back checked. And out of the Gale zone it goes. 10:30 remains in the second period. Still a 1-0 lead for Iona Prep after that late Scott Alisi goal in the first period. Off the top of the boards for Collins. Collins loses control of the puck. Looking for a man in front. And it was off the stick of Hannah. That one fired into the Gales bench. Everyone dodging out of the way. There, they got all that gear on, but still, when you see a puck coming to you, it's get out of the way.
Yeah, so for the Flyers, that lineup, Patron, Johnson, they have all the Flyers shots in this game. All 9 of the shots have come from this line. So the Flyers need some secondary offense right now, or else they're not going to have a chance to win this game.
Johnson trying to get around now, a 2-on-1. Johnson and Giuliano. Here's Johnson. Rips one, pad save by Turnbull. Patron fires it into the zone. Giuliano will get there first in the near board. Leaves it off for Johnson. Johnson for Giuliano, they score! Tic-tac-toe. Patron to Johnson. And then it's Nicholas Giuliano. He missed game 1, but makes an impact in game 2, tying it up for Chaminade.
Yeah, and for the Flyers, again, such a great shift. It started with the 2-on-1, a beautiful shot from Mikey Johnson right off the pad, low pad, perfect shot. They keep it in the zone, and it just found Giuliano right in the slot after Johnson was unable to get the shot through. And the greasy goals for the Flyers, that's what they talked about. Got to be gritty, and it's 1-1.
9:45 remaining in the second period. A big-time momentum shifter thanks to Nicholas Giuliano, tying it up for Chaminade. Alisi gets the puck, however, looking to gain the lead back for Iona Prep. Barron's off the boards for Johnson. O'Hara couldn't handle the puck. It will be flung into the Flyers zone. Barron's off the boards for Giuliano. Falls for Patron. Patron waits. Johnson shoots it high, might have rose up the stick of Casey Colwell, out of play. The Flyers, after that goal, a lot more momentum, a lot more urgency now being played, especially after that chance, and especially with that dominant line.
Yeah, a lot of energy from the Flyers right after their goal, and the most important shift for both sides is always the shift after the goal. Can you keep the momentum, or if you give up the goal, can you get it back? So right now, the Flyers are doing a good job of maintaining that momentum.
Kudeback, quick shot, and an easy save for Turnbull. Kudeback lays the hit on Hannah, falls all the way out for Kerr. Kerr chased by Collins. Good stretch pass, however. Off the ref it goes. There's going to be a penalty on the Flyers, it seems like. That's going to be on Andrew Kerr for interference. So for the first time today, we will see Iona Prep on the power play.
Yeah, this is a huge momentum swing. Right after you score a huge goal to tie the game, it gets brought back due to a penalty, and now this is a huge kill for the Flyers, because for the Gales, this power play is electric. And I mean, that's not a bad penalty necessarily. It was, the puck was kind of at his feet. It was just kind of a hit, but here's a huge chance for the Gales to regain this lead and capture all momentum that was lost right back.
I don't know if this means anything, but pregame I saw some of the boys in Iona Prep drawing something up, saying there was their first power play, so let's see what they were working on during the pregame. Treacy at the blue line. Coletti right there to meet him. O'Hara does a good job hitting that Gale against the boards. That Gale was Alisi. Alisi with the now. Stretch pass up top for Leahy. And a shot from the far boards. Easy save for Lamano. No tip in front. So good job for Lamano staying strong in his net as a minute 28 remains on this power play for Iona Prep.
Yeah, the key for the Gales on this power play is to get shots to the net, because chaos has to ensue. Their goal was beautiful, but most of the goals in big championship games when the teams are so tight are going to be those gritty goals that aren't pretty, but they all count the same.
Heffernan looking for Hannah. Collins the one-timer for Hannah, but a strong save from Lamano. Could not hold on to it, however. There's a shot from the point, hit by Collins. That puck is loose, and that might have been, I don't know if that was Lamano or if that was Lucas Caballero. Nonetheless, that puck was on the goal line, and Chaminade able to save a goal.
Yeah, it looked like Seamus O'Hara was able to get his stick back there and pull it out.
Just a great defensive play, saving a goal as 40 seconds remain in the power play. Giuliano will take that away from Heffernan. Now dumped out for Patron. If you know anything about Patron, he can go take a guy one-on-one. However, good job on defense by Casey Colwell there to stop Patron's attack. 20 seconds remain on the power play. 7:10 remains in the second period. Spaziani was trying to enter the zone, but strong defense from the Flyers as 5 seconds remain. A strong penalty kill from Chaminade, including a goal line save. As it's Kerr who enters out of the box, and a big hit from Coletti on the far side. Looked like that was on Colwell, and he's a little bit shaken up after that hit. Murray goes chasing after the zone, and he lays a check on Colwell as well. 6:30 remains in the second. This one falls to Lamano. Not a great clearing attempt. Chaminade still in possession. Murray leaves it back for Kudeback. Intercepted by Alisi. Now behind the net, looking for a man in front. It was Tracy, and a save by Lamano. Shot from the point deflected, but just wide of the net. Iona Prep now looking the more dangerous team as they have it in the zone. Coletti takes a shot from behind. Treacy with the puck. Hands it off for Leahy as Murray lays a big hit. As both teams getting a little chippy here as time starts to wind down in the second period. Alisi hands it off for Tracy. Puck pinned against the boards. It falls to Leahy. Dumps it in. Quick shot from Haggerty is turned away by Milano. Now it's Rogers. Off for Murray. Murray rips a shot, and it's nowhere near the net, however. 5 minutes remain in the first period. A 1-1 score still between the Gales and the Flyers in Game 2 of the Catholic High School Hockey League Finals. Iona Prep leads the series 1-0. They win this game. They are the champions. If Chaminade wins, we move to a Game 3 Monday at the Ice Hutch.
Yeah, and this game for both sides, I don't want to say perfect, but it has been very close to perfect. Great chances. It's a very fast-paced game. Not many whistles. It's been a great hockey game so far.
Face-off won by Iona Prep, but this one sent all the way back down. This will be another icing with 4:46 remaining in the first. And one thing I've noticed so far is the strong play of both Milano and Turnbull, especially kind of with their rebound control, kind of pushing away pucks after the shot.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of making sure no rebounds are there, because that's what's going to hurt you. A first shot's not really going to beat these netminders, but the second and third chances, if they're able to clean those up, both teams are going to really have to fight for their goals.
Dumped in by Hannah. And a great play from Behrens. It was Heffernan looking maybe for a saucer pass to his teammate for the one-time, but Behrens just lifted that stick out, and we'll go on to play for a face-off in the Chaminade zone. 4:30 remaining in the first.
Yeah, Behrens has been their guy all game. He's had an unreal game. That is a really skillful play to bat it out of the air, out of play, but O'Hare gets caught out of position, but his partner's able to bail him out.
A shot from Leahy is blocked. And it falls to Johnson. He's got Giuliano to his right. He elects to just backhand it in. Puck will fall to Johnson. Looking back for Giuliano. Latrone will forecheck on Maldari. Intercepted by Giuliano to Patron. Patron dangling around the goal line. Looking in front for Johnson. Puck is still loose. Falls to the stick of a Gale, but Behrens able to keep it, but intercepted by Karakapa, and he's going to take it and enter the zone. Karakapa gets around Behrens. Karakapa with the shot, and a good save by Lamato. Here is Johnson in the neutral zone. Gets around one. Now he enters the offensive zone. Johnson with the still in his stick. He shoots low, and a strong save again by Turbo. In front for Patron! But another good save by Turnbull as play will stop for the net being dislodged. But a great few chances for both Iona Prep and Chaminade on those possessions.
Yeah, pure domination from Patron and Johnson on that shift. And again, they're going to have to carry this Flyers team to victory.
3:25 remaining in the second period. We still have a 1-1 score line. As Zawatowski around the net. Strong play from Colwell. And it was Doria. Now here is Zawatowski. Intercepted. And puck falls all the way out. First line out, back out for the Gales of Tracy, Alisi, and Haggerty. Colwell takes it. And he hits Alisi on the stretch pass. Here's the captain, Connor Tracy. Good defense from Kerr to keep him outside. Now a battle in the far corner. Falls to the stick of Wood. Stretch pass for Zawatowski. A little too long. Both men will tumble. And dumped in by Zawatowski. He goes for a change. Kept in. Now Coletti. Behind the net. Looking in front for Giuliano, but could not get the shot off. Kept in by Kerr. Giuliano gets around one. He takes a shot. That one just over the crossbar. 2:15 remains in the second period. Both teams looking to try to get a late goal. Try to kind of stifle some momentum. Here's a shot from Elise that's patted away by Lamano. Kudeback takes in a neutral zone and then onto the offensive zone himself. Puts some dangles on, but he fans on the pass attempt. Tracy off to Elise now for Collins. Collins into the zone. Collins takes a shot, that one wide of the net. Johnson will bring it back. And he'll start to skate himself. Johnson, a really, really good skater, showing it off right now. Johnson, he shoots that one high. Still kept in. Patron behind the net. Still with it now is Patron. Up top, here's a drive. That one tipped in. Turnbull had to make a reactionary toe save to keep it out from going in. It was Rogers with the slap shot from the point. As Iona Prep is just going to rip this one around. But it's going to be Malderi who's going to get it there first. Malderi with the chance. Excuse me, that's Hannah. Here's a chance for Iona Prep, but he misses the net. That was Heffernan with the chance after Hannah, and a big collision with 52 seconds remaining. See, that's Hannah on the ice. And he took a big shot after that pass, kind of crashed right into the boards. I don't know if you saw a better angle of RJ. What'd you see there?
Yeah, I saw Sean Rogers just play the body. Great play from him, nothing dirty there. It's just a weird collision where Rogers kind of fell on top of him as he smashed into the boards. And we'll see if he's okay here. But the Flyers were very frustrated with the refs on that shift. There's about 3 or 4 times where maybe they could have called him for a hook. And it started to get to these players, but we'll see if, you know, there's no penalty called here, but we'll see if we'll get any later in this game, because the Flyers definitely have had it, you know, they're right. You know, there could have been some calls that should have went their way, but they got to keep playing through it. As you saw, Mikey Johnson, he was getting a little frustrated, kind of gave up on the play, but they shouldn't really do that here. They just got to keep with it, keep at it, and they'll get their calls.
And a great sign there as Hannah is up. He is skating. A little help from his trainer. You still see, can't really put a lot of pressure on that lower half. You know, you really hope he's okay. Again, always a scary sight to see when you see kind of leg first into those boards, especially you see in the pros now. They go in with such force and such a, again, it's not a dirty play, but again, it's just a play that it's almost unavoidable, and you hope Hannah is all okay. So he comes off the ice, he gets some pats from his teammates. With how tough some of these guys are, I would just not be surprised if Hannah just powers through this. He's walking on his own. Here are the boards. He's gonna take a seat. He's all good. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, and you just hope here that for him that it's nothing serious with his head. You just hope that he's gonna be able to get back into this game. But you know, you see so many injuries in hockey where it's just a clean play, but they go into the boards wrong, and it's really dangerous going that speed right into the boards.
So 50 seconds remains in period 2. Quick shot from Haggerty is wide. And a quick shot from the point by number 22, Gasman Neza, and it's held by Lamano for a face-off. 39 seconds remain in a still deadlocked score between Chaminade and Iona Prep.
We were at this point earlier in the game, last period, and the Flyers gave up a goal late, so we'll see if they can do a better job here.
Neza wraps it around, looking for Elise, couldn't get a stick on it. 30 seconds remaining in period 2. They battle it in the near corner. Falls to the stick of Tracy. In front for Haggerty, but he leaves it off for Neza. Neza with a shot low, and it's sticked away by Lamano. 13 seconds remain. Chaminade able to finally get it clear. As the music is played, and it's all the way down. This one could be icing, and time will, they'll have 4 seconds remaining for Iona Prep to get one last chance in this period.
Yeah, this is going to be a big face-off for the Gales. They might try to drop a quick play, looks like. Maybe not, but, you know, 4.1 seconds is plenty of time to get a shot back and a quick shot to the net. So if you're the Flyers, you got to maybe look for a tie-up or a clean win. But if the Gales win it, you got to get out there quick and try to make a block shot happen.
Collins and Coletti on the draw. 4 seconds remaining. And you see there, Chaminade just ties it up. Murray falls to, it fell to Malderi for a last second chance. But he shoots it wide, and that will end the period. And once again, Murray getting a little bit of a scrum after the period ends. But both teams will head to the locker room for a little bit of an extended break now. Little intermission, extended intermission, as Chaminade and Iona Prep in game 2 tied 1-1. It was Elisi with the first goal late in that period, late in the first period, with really 3 seconds remaining, and then kind of midway through the second, it was Nicholas Giuliano for Chaminade to tie things up.
Yeah, this has been a great game for both sides, but towards the end of that period, the Gales started taking over the game. Nicolas Lamano was a really great player for them, and it was a very good period for both teams, and we have ourselves a great hockey game. 1-1 in a championship game. We'll see who the hero is.
It's a little interesting. They had a really short intermission in the first period, but now it seems they will go into the locker room as the Zamboni is now on the ice. We'll take a quick break here, but don't you worry, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the third period between Chaminade and Iona Prep. back here live from Candiac Park. T&D Sports presents Game 2 of the Catholic High School Hockey League Finals between the number 1 seeded Iona Prep Gales and the number 2 seeded Chaminade Flyers. Connor Coots alongside RJ Safone. RJ, beginning of the third period, Chaminade and Iona tied at 1-1. What do these two teams need to do? For Chaminade, what do they need to do in order to force a Game 3? And for Iona Prep, what do they need to do to take home the title?
Well, both teams so far have done a great job of limiting their mistakes, but for the Flyers, they need to continue to get the pucks deep. Like I said pregame, making the Gales go 200 feet is way more difficult than them. As we saw in their goal, they made a turnover at the blue line, had a 2-on-1 and scored. So we're going to have to see if the Flyers can limit their mistakes. And for the Gales, it's kind of the opposite. Just capitalize on those mistakes, because you guys have been playing a good game so far, but the Flyers are going to make some mistakes. So are the Gales, but it's whoever can capitalize on those mistakes is who's going to get this win.
And we saw that Iona Prep goal was really off a mistake. You know, kind of went through the hands of the Chaminade defender. Haggerty got there first. 2-on-1. Not much Lamano, the defender, could do. A great pass from Haggerty. And Elisi with a great finish. Put Iona Prep up 1-0. What would you do? I mean, RJ, I know you're a hockey player yourself. If you're a defender in that situation, what should you do? Should you go to the shooter, or should you try to play and the man and leave the shooter for the goalie?
I mean, most of the time the goalie will call that out when you're back there, but usually you leave the shooter to the goalie, and Barons, he did a decent job playing that, but he was kind of in between not blocking the pass or the shot, so we'll see if maybe that's a communication issue, but usually the goalie will get the shooter, but they'll usually yell out to you when you're back there.
And on that Flyers goal in the second period, we kind of a well-worked goal there. All three forwards kind of getting involved. Patron at first, Johnson second, and then the primary switch from Johnson to Giuliano. What are you seeing right now from that line that's really ultimately giving them that boost that Chaminade needs?
Well, we all know how skillful they are, but it's the jump that they've had so far. The speed, the intensity, the physicality. I mean, the physicality from a line this skilled is unmatched. And the Gales don't have a line as good as this line, so if the Flyers are going to win this game, this line's going to score the goal.
Patron and Tracy to begin the third period, Game 2 of the finals. Giuliano, quick shot, and how about that glove save from Tobal? I saw your eyes kind of pop open, RJ. Quick shot from Giuliano, but even better save from Turnbull to begin the third.
Yeah, I mean, that was an unreal shot. Popped right off his stick, but Turnbull has been an unreal goaltender for this Gales team all season, and no better time to have your best game than now. And if the Gales are going to win this game, I guarantee you he'll make some huge saves late.
You mentioned Turnbull, only a sophomore, so you already know if he's getting meaningful play, if he's starting the game, starting the finals for Chaminade, no doubt in my mind he's going to be a future starter for a long time in his career for the Gales. Colwell with the puck, hands it off to Tracy. Giuliano will back check now. Falls to Haggerty, his shot is high and wide. Rode up the stick of Barons, out of play for a face-off. 14-24 remaining in the third.
Yeah, both teams so far just kind of playing, feeling themselves. I mean, going into an intermission break, it takes a shift or two to feel right back to where you were at the end of that second period. So looks like that's what both teams are trying to do here.
And a great sign to see Hannah back on the ice for the Gales. Took a hard hit late in the second, but he's back up, and you know, he seems pretty good. It was kind of a lower body, kind of favoring the lower body, but he is all good, skating well, and you know, you love to see Hannah come back after a hit like that. Puck for Lombardo. All the way back out to the point for Kudaback. Kudaback from the point. His shot is wide. Might have been tipped by a Gale defender wide. Pushed out for Hannah. Great back checking there by number 21, Stephen Cadagas. Lombardo in on the forecheck. But it's Gazmet Neza. Stretch pass for Heffernan is too long, and Lamano will just glove and hold it down for a face-off in the offensive zone. 13-26 left to go in regulation.
As we just saw Nicholas Amano almost misplay that into his own net there. He had a little bit of trouble, so we'll see if maybe the ice got to get used to it, because like we said, early in the game there was a lot of falling, and we didn't see it as much as the game went on, so we'll see if the ice is an issue early in this period.
Yeah, the ice was just cleaned by the Zamboni for a little bit of extended intermission. As Murray with some speed, poke checked away by Spaziani, I should say. Kept in by Caballero. Now puck in front, and just wide for Wood, and that one in front for Murray. Could not get his stick on it. Coletti looking for a no-look pass to Murray. Murray trying to keep it in, and a great job, however, by Rogers to keep a breakaway chance for Iona Prep. Now Chaminade back on the attack. Murray drops it off for Coletti. Coletti fires a shot. That one blocked as his stick fell out of the air. Still in possession of Chaminade. At the point, Caballero with the shot. Tipped by Murray, but just wide of the net. A battle in the near corner. Coletti, he's going to draw a penalty here. Puck still in play. And now will be taken by Spaziani. But for the first time today, Coletti draws the penalty, and we will see this Flyers power play with 12-19 remaining in the third. Yeah,
first Flyers power play, and probably their biggest of their season. If you get a goal here, it completely changed the game, obviously, as the Flyers would take a 2-1 lead, but they got to get set up. These are the 5 guys that they have their most trust in to get a power play goal.
Caracappa called for the holding penalty on Coletti. Flyers will go to work on the power play. Taken away by Alisi. Alisi in on goal. He scores! Scott Alisi. The poke check from forehand to backhand. Scott Alisi, his second goal of the game on the penalty kill, gives the Gales a 2-1 lead in game 2.
Talk about a momentum shift. A beautiful tuck there. And that was just an unfortunate play for Jack Petrone, but he's got to shake it off. He's been this team's best player tonight, and it's just, you know, hockey has weird ways of finding you. He's been their best player all year, and he makes a costly mistake there.
Alisi all by himself, giving the Gales the lead back. Petrone in front as whistle is blown. Don't really know what for, but again, Chaminade, they kind of, you see them, they got the momentum, they have the penalty, they have the power play, you know, they have the man advantage, but Scott Alisi, what a solo effort on that goal.
Yeah, the hustle from Onisi to take that puck away and then be patient to just slip it through the 5-hole. It was really a beautiful goal.
Still at minute 30 remaining on this Chaminade power play. Falls back for Johnson. Now it's Petrone. Giuliano looking to split through Cowell, but Cowell has nothing doing it. It hits the ref, and he takes hard hit. He kind of shakes his head in some discomfort. He's all good, though. Iona Prep, even on the penalty kill, they're looking dangerous in the offensive zone. Chiefs will just try to kill some time. Under a minute remaining in the power play for Chaminade. 3-on-2 chance now. Petrone looking for Lombardo, but his pass was just behind him. Cleared out by Kujay, and Chaminade and Iona Prep will both go for a change. 11 minutes remaining in regulation, 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Behind the net is Johnson. He hands it off for Kerr. Or excuse me, for Max Wood. Wood will dump it in. Flyers will go on the chase. Malderi gets it first, but kept in by the Flyers. Wood, back for Murray. Murray rips a shot, it's tipped and just misses the net. Chaminade still in possession, 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Wood looking for O'Hara. And now here comes a breakaway chance. Haggerty, can he get to it? He's able to do so. Haggerty with the puck on his stick, and it's saved by Lamano. But overall, a great penalty kill by the Gales, which also included the current leading goal by Scott Alisi.
Yeah, and if the Flyers come back and win this game, remember that save, because a partial breakaway right after a kill, right after you gave up a shorthanded goal, a 3-1 lead there would be killer and almost impossible for the Flyers to come back. So that was a huge save.
This puck goes out of the zone. As 10 minutes remain in regulation, Iona Prep up 2-1, looking to close out this game and close out a league championship. This puck is fired out of play over the benches. 9:57 remains in the period.
Yeah, the Flyers, they can't press because 9:57 is plenty of time if you continue to play your game to score a goal, but they need to get more bodies to the net because Turnbull is not going to be beat easy.
Puck won by the Flyers. Kudubak wraps it around. Brzezowski, he banks it off the boards. Zamtowski and Dobkowski, they run into each other, but really Doria kind of pushed them into each other, so a great job by the Gales defenseman there. Played off for Collins, he goes chasing after it. And kept in by Hanna. Hanna's still with it. He takes a quick shot at pad, saved by Lamano. That's going to be a penalty on Iona Prep. You can see Hanna immediately put his hands on his head. And Chaminade will get another chance on the power play after the Hanna Triffitt call.
Yeah, that now, again, right after they get that shortened goal, they get it right back on the ice. Another chance. Looks like they're starting their second unit, so we'll see if these guys can capitalize. But another big chance. Down a goal, 9 minutes left. You have a big opportunity to tie this game.
And Iona Prep, they're screaming for a too many men call on Chaminade. It looks like Chaminade, Lamano was coming in, but didn't really get off the ice, so Flyers may have gotten away with the penalty early there, but it does not matter. Hanna in the box for the Gales. 9:06 remaining in the period. Chaminade looking to strike on their second power play attempt. Coletti's shot is wide, still in the zone for Chaminade. Murray behind the net looking to lead it off for Wood, but O'Hara is able to get there. Too high for Wood. Colwell will try to rip it around. It falls to Alisi, the goal scorer for the Gales. Pass out for Alisi. Lamano able just to push it away from Alisi, as Alisi will go to work on the penalty kill, just try to again kill as much time as possible. 40 seconds have gone in this power play. Coletti's still with it. Coletti's shot, he fans it and doesn't get enough power to reach the net. Iona Prep able to get a clear as Lamano will come out of his net and hands it off for O'Hara. With a minute remaining on this power play and just approaching 8 minutes to go in regulation. Patron enters the zone, hands it off. Murray, the one-timer, is blocked in front by Malderi. At the point, it's Barons. Patron, Barons at the blue line. One timer for Coletti, it's tipped, and then a reactionary save by Turnbull. 35 seconds remain on the power play. Lombardo gets the puck stolen by him by Leahy, and it's cleared out of the zone. As Barons will go chasing after it. 25 seconds remain on the power play, 7:30 remaining in regulation. Johnson with speed. Johnson still with the puck. Takes a quick shot, and another reactionary save by Turnbull. Made that first save off his mask. Still kept in. Giuliano with 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Hanna just about ready to get out of the box. Patron still with it. Johnson dangling it around to Lombardo, looking for a man in front. It was Giuliano, but kind of pushed too far up the net. Another strong penalty kill by the Gales as less than 7 minutes remain in regulation. Patron looking for Johnson in the middle. He takes a weird collision with two Gales, but Malderi takes it up by Iona Prep. Malderi looking to get around Rogers. Rogers plays the puck well. 6:30 now remains in the period. Chaminade looking for the equalizer, and Iona Prep looking for the potential dagger. Trone lays the hit, and now it's Johnson. Long shift for this line, but this has been Chaminade's best line, and another great glove save by Turnbull. Looked like that shot was maybe going wide anyways, but maybe just for a show, he flashes the leather, and he'll hold it with 6:16 remaining in the period.
Yeah, the key for the Flyers, again, you saw when they had bodies in front, even though Turnbull was able to make the saves, it was very difficult for him, and they need to get 2-3 bodies in front of the net late in this game to get this tying goal.
Johnson, that's his 8th shot of the game as that puck goes out of play. And we will have
the Flyers, they cannot complain about the way that their top line is played, but again, the Gales just a way deeper team getting scoring from other options throughout this year.
Face-off won by the Flyers. Quick shot from Murray. That one deflected off of Doria's skate and just barely missed the net. Murray, fans on the shot, and a one-timer from Wood is missed. Now, here come the Gales. It's Heffernan, leaves it off. Here's a shot and another strong save by Lamano. That time was Collins with the shot attempt. Now Coletti pushes it up the ice. He's got Murray to his left. Coletti, poke checked away by Cole. He slips, and once again, another frustrated Flyer is kept in though. Here's a potential tip for Coletti. He couldn't get his stick on the puck, and he's frustrated as Turnbull makes another save. 5:30 remaining in the third. Still a 2-1 lead for Iona Prep.
Yeah, and I mean, again, pucks in deep. The Flyers, they're not going to be able to beat Turnbull with the simple shot from the point, as Coletti did try to get to the net there, but unable to get a stick on it.
Around the board for Patron. Patron loses his stick in the process. And this is going to be icing with 5:15 remaining in the third. And shots, right? The shots, excuse me, are the shots 25-21 in favor of Iona, but still been a really tight, even game, and Chaminade really knocking on the door right now.
Yeah, and you can see, even though Patron made that costly mistake on the goal, he has not given up, he has not sulked, his play has gotten better, and we'll see if he can get the game tired.
Johnson looking for a man in front. Giuliano trying to keep it in. He's able to do so. Poked away, however, by Leakey. This one fired in. This one is going to be icing. Both teams will make a couple of changes, and it'll be another face-off with under 5 minutes remaining. 4:59 exactly remaining in regulation in Game 2 of the finals. Iona Prep looking to clinch this game and clinch a league title.
Yeah, here we go. 5 minutes left. Who's going to be the guy for the Flyers to make that big play and make that goal happen?
Tapped around, was looking for Elise, but falls all the way back for Kudabak. Now it's Kerr. Kudabak will bounce it off the boards. Gets it behind Haggerty. And once again, Kerr will fire it in from the neutral zone. 4:30 remaining in regulation as it's Katagas at the point for Kudabak. Kudabak from the point, tipped just over the crossbar. Chaminade still in possession. Lombardo wrapping it around is Butler. Kudabak from the point, a great diving block by Haggerty. And Iona Prep will be able to clear. Haggerty now trying to make a play. A great job by Kudabak. Use his body there, trying to get the hit. Intercepted, however, one-timer chance. It was blocked by Katagas. It was for the captain, Connor Treacy. 3:50 remains in the third. Chaminade still looking for that tying goal with their season on the line. Elise, he's already got 2 goals this game. Sent it around for Treacy. A shot from Alderi is blocked by Wood. Quick shot from Haggerty. Lamano had to make a strong save. Another shot from the point. Lamano this time with the stick. Iona Prep with some good chances here. Treacy's pass over couldn't convert. Here come the Flyers. Coletti, they got a 3-on-2. Coletti drops it off, but a strong defensive play from Colwell. Haggerty now able to clear the zone. 3:05 remaining. He's got Heffron. Heffron, however, couldn't handle the pass. This one will go all the way down. It will not be icing, as it's now desperation time for the Flyers. Collins with Hannah to his left. Quick shot from Collins, glove saved by Lamano. He'll hold on to it with a face-off in the Flyer end with 2:43 remaining in the third period and 2:43 away from Iona Prep winning the league title.
Yeah, now from here on out, the Flyers, they got to put their best 5 out. They still have a timeout. The Gales may use a timeout to rest their best defenders, so from here on out, it's going to be the Flyers' top guys.
At the point, fans on that is Doria. It's Giuliano. Giuliano's shot saved by Turnbull, but he didn't hold on to it. This one will go all the way down, tipped by O'Hara, so no icing. 2:30 remaining. Not a matter of when. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when will Lamano leave his net and the Flyers will get an extra attacker on. Now 2:15 remaining. Barons will dump it in off the top. And don't really know what the call is, but it will be, might have been delayed, might have been intentional offsides. Nonetheless, it'll be a face-off at the other end with 2:06 remaining. I don't know, RJ, if you play hockey, anything you saw there maybe that?
It looked like they might have called an icing, but because it rolled against the boards, it was a little slower for them to make the call.
Chaminade, however, wins the face-off. 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Johnson hounded by Alisi. He sends it back for Barons. Barons looking to drop it back off for O'Hara. O'Hara will take it. Minute 50 remains. O'Hara will skate with it. O'Hara still with it. Dumps it off for Johnson. Johnson, a quick shot. Not held by Turnbull, and another quick save by Turnbull off the Giuliano attempt. Giuliano with it now. He takes a shot, and that's gloved and held by Turnbull with a minute 30 exactly remaining in regulation, and Lamano looking for a sign from his bench as Chaminade will call their timeout and draw something up with potentially an extra attacker on the ice for the Flyers.
Obviously, the Flyers not in an ideal situation, but for the situation they're in, it's kind of perfect. Minute 30 left, plenty of time. You get a face-off in the offensive zone, go to the bench, and your best guys rested. This is perfect for the Flyers if they want a shot to tie this game. Got to make sure they win the face-off cleanly. That always starts it. The teams that struggle early, they are unable to make sure that they can win the face-offs late in the game, and then it becomes an empty net or something else happens where they never get full possession. So face-off is a big opportunity to get full possession of the puck and have a chance to take one shot at this. It's a one-shot game. All you need is one to go in, and it's a brand new hockey game.
Gales up 2-1. Iona Prep wins this game. It's over. They are the league champions. If Chaminade is able to make the comeback, then we will head to the Ice Hutch on Monday for an all-deciding Game 3 to crown the Catholic High School Hockey League champion. The trophy's in the building. Can Iona Prep clinch it? As the extra attacker is on the empty net. Net is empty for Chaminade. This one falls all the way. This one's gonna be an empty netter, and that might do it. Steven Spaziani able to split through the Flyers defenders, and he buries the empty netter, and that just might do it. The dagger, as the bench is hyped from the Gales. Spaziani with the empty net goal to make it 3-1 Iona Prep.
As I was mentioning, you have to win that face-off and get the puck off the draw to have a shot. And unfortunately, the Flyers unable to win it. A miscue from Barons, and that's the game.
The Gale student section now crowding around the glass as this puck goes out of play with a minute 14 remaining. But we saw kind of a tie up in the draw and a great job by number 24, Thomas Karakapa, to clear it. And then Steven Spaziani, just a foot race, and he wins that foot race and kind of puts it post in to maybe, you could really say, potentially seal a championship for Iona Prep. Flyers still have some time to do something. Giuliano's offside, so Johnson has to reset. He'll enter the zone. Johnson rips one, and again, Turnbull with the glove save as 59.7 seconds remains in the third, and Iona Prep can taste that league championship.
Yeah, and I mean, the Flyers, you know, you had a great year. First year head coach Keith Macias, a lot of juniors on this team, so they will definitely have a bright future.
Empty net once again for the Flyers. Still some time remaining to maybe do something. Coletti, quick shot, try to put it up high in the toy department. It goes out of play. 49.3 seconds remaining. Again, there is still time for Chaminade to make a comeback, but the way that Turnbow has been a brick wall in net, excuse me. It's going to be a tall mountain to climb for the Flyers.
Yeah, he is their MVP of this game, no doubt about it. I mean, the Flyers could very easily be up, 4-3 or close tie game. So, Turnbull, he was the real difference maker in this one. And not to say that Lamano played bad, but, that's how hockey goes. One goal, and that was kind of it. The Flyers were really down after that shorthanded marker.
As I mentioned, Chaminade's net is empty. They do have the extra attacker on. We've seen crazier things happen as Johnson's shot deflects off Giuliano, but it goes wide. Really a last chance for the Flyers. It leaves the zone. 37 seconds remain. Murray rips it around, and it's stolen by Patron. Coletti in front, but it's intercepted by Colwell. 25 seconds remain as this puck leaves the zone, goes all the way down, no icing, as 20 seconds remain. Murray flings it up the ice for Patron. Now 15 seconds, and it's all the way up by Kujay. Alisi is tripped up, 10 seconds remaining. Alisi holds it up, 5 seconds remaining. Iona Prep off the back of Alisi and Turnbow. Iona Prep back on top of the mountain, and they are your 2025 Catholic High School Hockey League champions.
Yeah, well-deserved for the Iona Gales. A hard-fought season, 20-3 overall. They really dominated this Catholic School League throughout, and very deserving is this team. And in that, again, we said their MVP. They were really able to win this game thanks to Turnbull, and you can see the Gales players celebrating right now.
And they go over to celebrate with their student section. A great game overall, really tight, but the difference maker, really two difference makers, one in net and one on the ice. Scott Alisi and Chase Turnbull making the difference for Iona Prep. They will move on to potentially play for a state championship. As for Chaminade, their season ends, but a bright future ahead for the Flyers. A lot of juniors on this team, so you gotta hold your head high, battling with one of the top teams in really New York State. When it's all said and done, it was Iona Prep defeating Chaminade 3-1 and ultimately sweeping the Flyers in the championship series.
Yeah, I mean, you had to just tip your hat to the Gales, but for the Flyers, they really had a hard-fought series. This game is really a 2-1 game. The empty netter makes it 3-1, and the last game was a 1-goal game as well, so it could have went either way, and it was just a great series overall.
A great sign of respect, I should say, from both teams. Again, really chippy. It got to the point where, there were some hits being thrown, some scrums after the play, but one of the best things about hockey, the handshake line after. And we pan, you see that trophy, the league trophy, waiting to be grabbed by the Gales of Iona Prep. As that'll do it for here, us in the booth. I want to give a special thanks to our producer for today, Matthew from T&D Sports, our statistician, Luke Tiggleman. His first time here, he's supposed to do the DJ, but things got scrambled up. He did our statistician, so a big thank you for him. Alongside RJ Safone, I'm Connor Coons. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, however, for the trophy presentation. But once again, Iona Prep, your 2025 Catholic High School Hockey League champions. Good night, everybody.